Hi, welcome to Coaster Mania. In my last video, I talked about the worst aspects of the major coaster manufacturers, and now it's time to shower them with some praise. In this video, we're going to discuss the best aspect of each of them, so hopefully you'll be filled with the warm and fuzzies afterwards. Just like the last video, I'm not making an hour-long video that talks about every coaster manufacturer in existence. I'm narrowing it down to the major manufacturers in the Western Hemisphere. Let me know down in the comments if there are any you feel I missed. I may include these in a follow-up video. While last video I mentioned the problems, here we're staying strictly positive, so if you want to make your day a bit less happy, go watch my previous video where I talked about the worst thing of every major coaster manufacturer. Lastly, I do intend on making a video about defunct manufacturers since some of you have suggested it, and I think it is a great idea. So without further ado, let's get started. You like reliability? You like generally smooth rides? You like rides that are intense but not uncomfortably so? Well, that's B&M for you. Out of many of the major manufacturers, B&M has one of the most solid track records out there. They aren't completely accident-free, but they do have very low numbers in this department. If your park has a B&M, you can be fairly confident that it won't be going down. This manufacturer is one that uses tried and true designs and doesn't try to fix what ain't broke. Their coasters are also capacity monsters. The signature train design found on B&Ms feature 4-across seating and short cars, meaning that their stations don't need to be all that large and they can accommodate a huge throughput. And how could you fault the manufacturing genius behind Fury 325? If you're a park owner who buys a B&M, you'll know with full confidence that you're getting a ride that will last you a long time and will just work. The other marker of success for B&M is their layouts. B&M feels like less of a trend follower and more of a good, well-rounded designer. If you like floater airtime, ride one of their hypers. If you like inversions, ride one of their floorless, wing, inverted, or flying coasters. If you like large, thrilling drops, ride one of their dive coasters. They have something for practically everyone, and the crowds that their rides often draw speak for themselves. Finally, I can't go without mentioning their lap bar restraints. These are some of the most comfortable restraints on any coaster, and I swear I could fall asleep inside of them with how comfortable they are. If I could afford it, I'd totally replace my office chair with a seat and restraint from a B&M Hypermodel. Gersau is a manufacturer that excels at creating compact, decently affordable roller coasters that pack in a ton of thrill. I mean, look at Adrenaline Peak at Oaks Park. This trolley park used to have a Pinfari Zyklon. This model was cheap, but it's awesome that a tiny park was able to fit such a thrilling new attraction in a similar amount of space. It's got 3 inversions and a beyond vertical drop. What more could you ask for in such a small space? Another great example would be Hang Time at Knott's. In the tiny plot of land that used to hold a flat ride and a Vekoma boomerang, they fit a full circuit coaster with 5 inversions, a beyond vertical drop, and 2,200 feet of track. With the creative minds at their headquarters, Gersau can simply make it happen. These rides can also have a similar reliability to B&Ms as well. Most parks I've been to with the Gersau don't seem to have many issues with them in the slightest. When talking about their family coasters, all we need to do is look at Fire Chaser Express at Dollywood. This coaster features 2 launches and a lift hill, with one of those launches being backwards. This innovative coaster design provides for a lot of surprises and does a great job at thrilling the whole family. This is an incredibly common theme among their family coasters. I feel safe in saying that in the realm of wooden coaster manufacturers, Gravity Group is the most unique out of all of them. This manufacturer seemingly has a can-do attitude and makes whatever a park is asking of them. If you want a family scale roller coaster, they'll make one for you, and make it well. If you need a wooden coaster with inversions, they'll be up to the task. Their layouts are varied and are great all across the board. Another claim to fame of theirs is their stellar retracking methods. Using pre-cut wooden track, they are able to help revive rough wooden coasters on a much tighter budget. Without fully replacing the classic feeling wooden track with steel track, they do it the right way. Gravity Group coasters can often have quick transitions and tons of different elements packed into tight footprints. What can I say? If you need a tried and true wooden coaster, you need a GCI. These guys specialize in making aggressive wooden coasters that are often more than meets the eye. Take Mystic Timbers at Kings Island. Standing at 110 feet tall and being 3,100 feet long, with a max speed of 53 miles per hour, this coaster doesn't seem to be all that impressive on the outside. Yet, this is one of the wildest rides ever. It tosses you from side to side with quick pops in a slalom-like course. The pacing of this coaster is just so good. This is a common factor among a lot of GCI's coasters. They're well paced and use what they have effectively. If you need a reliable and fast-paced wooden roller coaster, you should consider a GCI. The other thing is their train design. Inspired by the classic two-across articulated trains, GCI's trains are comfortable and were designed to maneuver quick transitions with ease. Heck, they even successfully revitalized Ghost Rider at Knott's Berry Farm, one of our favorite wooden coasters. This company isn't stuck in the past, however. Their new Titan Track has slowly proven itself as an effective way to reduce the maintenance needed for high-wear sections of tracks on multiple wooden coasters. Can we just rename this company to Industry Leader Tamin? Like, come on. When it comes to big, fast, forceful coasters, Intamin has you covered. When it comes to innovative flat rides, Intamin has you covered. Need a water ride? There's an Intamin for that. How about a family coaster? There's an Intamin for that. Need something record-breaking? Say it with me, there's an Intamin for that. Intamin was, and still is, a key innovator in nearly every aspect of the amusement industry. When it comes to technological advancements, you can easily see some marker of Intamin in it. This is also a company that has completely turned itself around. In the early 2000s, it may have had a less than stellar reputation in terms of reliability, but that is a thing of the past. They were just innovating too much. Now, they've dealt with nearly all of these reliability concerns and put those behind them. Today, their layouts are on the cutting edge of highly thrilling attractions. Also, these guys push the boundaries in so many different ways, it makes me wonder if there are any more boundaries to push. Their layouts are amazing, their trains look awesome, their restraint designs are among some of the best out there. They do a good job of securing you, keeping you upright, and giving you enough room to not feel trapped. Next time you're going on a high-speed coaster, hopefully it's an Intamin, because there's an Intamin for that. Isn't it crazy that this coaster manufacturer has been around since 1780? As in the year 1780? That's almost 250 years. Talk about being part of the old guard. Their time in perfecting the world of stagecoaches spans most of their early history, but they still have over 70 years of experience in the amusement industry specifically. These guys are so awesome that they have their own amusement park. This park displays their huge variety of ride models that each provide a great experience. They've got water coasters, family coasters, inverted coasters, multi-launch coasters, spinning coasters, dark ride coasters. There might be too many Machs. Mach Rides has been a manufacturer that is a great choice for smaller parks that needed a ride that was decent capacity and thrilling. Their Wild Mouse coasters sat on a small plot of land, had a high capacity, and are great crowd pleasers. If you need something more thrilling, why not try one of their super unique hyper coasters or multi-launch coasters? Mach Rides just feels like it's on another level. In fact, I don't think I've ever personally experienced a rough Mach Rides coaster. These rides are built well and are built to last. Sometimes specializing in one thing isn't all that bad. This is Premier Rides, the launch coaster specialists. These guys have perfected the launch coaster formula as well as the layouts too. Premier Rides coasters all have awesome layouts that focus on their one core element: launches. They can do forwards launches, backwards launches, swing launches, LIM, and LSM launches. This company has arguably one of the better cloned rides out there too, the Skyrocket 2 model. This ride model provides an exhilarating swing launch, multiple inversions, and tons of hang time. Their layouts don't always fit the mold of stereotypical layouts of modern coasters, which means that they stay fresh. The layouts designed by Premier may not be the biggest or the baddest, but they're just plain fun. Whenever I hear that a park is getting a new coaster from Premier Rides, I know I won't be disappointed. Look, we all know that this is the greatest manufacturer out there. They came out with a bang in the 2010s and shocked the amusement industry. Seriously, reusing the support structures of old and unpopular wooden coasters and creating something entirely new out of them? No wonder parks loved installing these things. They were low cost and super smooth. Seriously, these coasters are some of the smoothest out there. And the intensity! When you're riding an RMC, you know it won't ever let up during the entire layout. RMC knows airtime like no one else. Riding one of their coasters almost feels like riding a mechanical bull. They do such a great job at tossing you around that a ton of the other manufacturers took note and decided to mimic many of their design ideas. They're not just great at airtime, they're also great at hang time too. Their use of the zero-G stall continuously impresses me, and there really isn't anything bad I can say about them here. I really love the design style that RMC uses with their coasters, really taking liberty with the profiling of the track to create the most varied and out-of-control experience possible. In my opinion, their trains are great and allow for just enough room to experience the forces, while being supportive enough to keep me upright. We can't forget their single-rail coasters either. These coasters do such a great job at utilizing all available space and pack a surprising intense layout. Stunt Pilot at Silverwood is one of my favorites of these and is a layout that has me hooked. If your park has an RMC, it most likely attracts the largest crowd. This company, although young, is full of some innovative risk takers. I will admit, it is a bit more difficult to be positive with them, but they have some great ideas. Their single-rail, dueling family coasters are a wonderful idea that provide for a unique enough experience that I'm slightly surprised we don't see more of them. These coasters seem to be designed as a great stepping point for younger thrill seekers towards some of the larger family coasters. If they keep up with the good ideas, I'm excited to see what they come up with next. S&S are some of the biggest and boldest risk takers out there. They still stand by their air launching system that stands as some of the quickest roller coaster accelerations in the world. S&S must have an evil laboratory or something, because some of their design concepts they come up with are downright insane. To start, their layouts are some of the most unique ones out there. Ride models such as their El Loco take the place of Wild Mouse coasters, but leave riders hanging upside down for surprising amounts of time. You have their 40 free spin models, which fit on a tiny plot of land and spin riders on a vertical axis in unpredictable ways. Then finally, their most insane concept is the Axis coaster. I'm really excited to see more of these get installed, as they seem completely out of this world. I would love to see what a large budget park could do with the insanity of an SNS coaster. When SNS takes a risk, and it turns out to be a good one, they have some awesome coasters on their hands. If you want to see what it looks like when a company goes through a revival, look no further than Vekoma. This manufacturer has turned itself around completely and stands as one of the greatest manufacturers out there. Their new coasters are smooth, wild, and seem to borrow all the good design aspects of RMC and SNS coasters. They are also a company that isn't afraid to experiment, such as with some of their new models. We can see this with models like Fly at Fantasialand and the upcoming Circuit Breaker at Codaland. Their designs are very forceful and are full of rapid transitions that keep riders guessing on what comes next. Currently, they're less common in the US, but their most recent large-scale ride, Big Bear Mountain at Dollywood, is already leaving tons of riders extremely impressed. This comes down to the smoothness of the ride, the exciting layout, and the gracefulness of it too. This is a company that has a bright future ahead of it. Zamperla is one of those companies that has continuously been a supplier of roller coasters, big and small, to amusement parks of all sizes. Because of their products, many privately owned amusement parks have been able to install small-scale but modern roller coasters that can be enjoyed by children and families alike. This is also a company with some big ambitions. They decided to shoot high and take a similar approach to the likes of RMC, GCI, and Gravity Group. Except instead of focusing on wooden coasters, their main focus is steel roller coasters. Their newest design trains are positioned to help revitalize some older launch steel coasters and allow them to have new life breathed into them. I'm extremely hopeful that this effort pays off, as it can hopefully rescue some coasters that are on their way out. The layouts that Zamperla design are varied and provide a smorgasbord of thrill levels for prospective buyers. Like Mock Rides, Zamperla also owns its very own amusement park. This would be Luna Park in New York. At this park, you can see Zamperla's Bread and Butter, the family coaster. This market is one that Zamperla has had dominance over for a long time, and they show no signs of slowing down soon. They're itching to get into the big leagues, and I'm excited for what the future holds for them. That's it for now, everyone. I'd be curious to hear what your favorite aspects of each manufacturer are that I've talked about here. Heck, tell me what your favorite manufacturer is overall. Hopefully by now, we've celebrated each of these great manufacturers sufficiently. These guys are all making freaking roller coasters and have some of the coolest jobs out there. And they're all good at it too. Am I jealous? Maybe a bit. Yeah, I'm jealous. Who wouldn't be? Your job could literally take you traveling all around the world, and you'd be able to witness the creation of some of the greatest roller coasters out there. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave a like and comment below and hit that bell icon. Special thanks to our Patreon supporter, Future Collective. $1 a month helps me bring even more content to you guys, and I even have some exclusive content coming, so check it out. Check the description below to find links to the rest of our pages. Thanks for watching the video, and ride on, Coaster Maniacs.